These city walls are incredible.
Jerusalem is very dear, and the reconstruction of the city wall. A city such as this is never safe from Bedouin attacks, or even a new crusade. A city such as this is never safe from Bedouin attacks, or even a new crusade.
Are they Janissaries guarding?
Yeah, but sometimes I worry that their power becomes too great. Come, it is high time we made ourselves known. That their power becomes too great. Come, it is high time we made ourselves known. Guard, I am Chabush to His Highness Solomon. I must see the governor immediately.
Millets? What are they?
That is the name given to...
What is the governor?
Quran, but also by the example of his life. As laid down by the Prophet in the Quran, but also by the example of his life.
What?
The Almighty sheep was sacrificed instead of one of the patriarch's sons. The victim is described as Isaac. Sacrifice Ishmael, even though in the Bible the victim is described as Isaac. Sacrifice Ishmael, even though in the Bible the victim...
So, Abraham had two sons?
Ishmael and ancestor of the Arab people.
Who was Isaac's mother?
Isaac was such an old age, she was filled with great joy. Isaac is the ancestor of the Jewish people. She was filled with great joy. Isaac is the ancestor of the Jewish people.
So, Jews and Arabs?
Jews share the same ancestor.
You seem to already...
He is an old parts of Budapest. Leila. Left is his daughter, Hikmah. Now he lives only for her and his duty. Left is his daughter, Hikmah. Now he lives only for her.
Javut.
May Allah's blessing go.
Follow.
Chavuch, your arrival warms my heart. The only thing that could wipe away the shame that overwhelms me is the despair that grips my being. He who committed this crime also took Hikmah, my own daughter. He who committed this crime also took Hikmah.
Do you know who could have been so foolish as to perpetrate such...
A fanatic. A man whom Ibrahim had imprisoned more...
How could he have escaped?
Ibrahim, take us to his cell. Ibrahim?
We
A good map maker, too. Did he leave any message? Do we know why he took Hikmah? He is a good map maker, too. Did he leave any message? Do we know why he took Hikmah?
Osdin. We just need to read this man's madness.
I shall have the city.
Fine. Should consult the Sufi who is studying in the library. He is a man of great wisdom. If we fail, I shall no longer be worthy of Solomon's trust. Of great wisdom. If we fail, I shall no longer be worthy.
Well,
The governor.
do not be fooled. I know him well. He is and only our emperor can take that duty away from him. Solomon himself, and only our emperor can take that duty.
What?
Greatly loved here in Jerusalem. Perhaps our madman chose her so his actions would stand out. Perhaps he knew all the millets would miss her presence. Her so his actions would stand out. Perhaps he knew all the millet.
The governor.
The Sufis are spiritual leaders who practice ecstasy and the Sharia, the civil and penal code drawn from the Quran. Of the revelation of our Prophet and the Sharia, the civil and penal code. I think
Three boxes of
a trip to
These black lines seem to run off the streets.
they
Is it a code?
I am as puzzled by I do not believe you have considered.
The lock has not been broken.
Either our man is a when the door was left open, or someone opened it for him. I do not believe you have considered all. That
Enter, Dimmi.
Dimi?
Stranger, if you prefer. Lost one would be more exact.
Lost one?
You are damned because you pray to Allah, although you give him another name. Not damned because you pray to Allah, although you give him another name.
Did you know
Spirit. Almost too much spirit for a young girl, but plenty for a daughter of the governor. We were friends. Her father encouraged her to follow my lessons here. Governor. We were friends. Her father encouraged her to follow my...
Can you tell me about the Hebrew and Arabic alphabets?
The letters are holy signs, and me to talk of this subject. I am thinking of Yusuf al-Bakri, the calligrapher who often works in the gardens. Talk of this subject. I am thinking of Yusuf al-Bakri, the calligrapher who often works in the gardens.
Did you...
Yes, he is a man full of paradoxes, even by his jailers, and he received visits. From Hikmah, for one. I used to play chess with him. He was a great adversary. From Hikmah, for one. I used to play chess with him. He was a great adversary. That is a difficult question. He may have been motivated to underscore that which unites.
How did you play chess?
Through the bars of his cell, get him something to write and paint with. He read a lot recently, and then afterwards he wanted me to get him something.
Who is Dimi in this city?
The dhimmi, if they pay the jizya, a specific tax, they receive protection and the right to practice their religion on the condition that they do not commit an act of... But it is quite enough to make life a little complicated sometimes. It is all. But it is quite enough to make life a little complicated sometimes. It is all. But it is quite enough to make life a little complicated.
Tell me about Muhammad.
Our prophet gave the mission of being the last carrier of the word of God. Muhammad dictated the Quran under divine inspiration and moved into Andalusia and Persia. But that is another story. Of revelation to Andalusia and Persia. But that is another story. Of revelation to Andalusia and Persia. But that is another.
What?
The treatise on and even a conversion table for calendars. Isaac Chani, the Pastor by Hermas, and even a conversion table.
Ah,
Dhimmi. You shall find that which you seek.